Which water-type starter Pokemon has the best shiny? Coming in at number 9 is going to be Popplio. Poplio's shiny is just very bare bones minimum. I would not be surprised if a lot of people failed this shiny because it just doesn't change whatsoever. Maybe the collar goes from white to more of like a tan kind of color, but other than that, it's pretty basic. Not to mention that Popplio literally has the worst shiny compared to the other starters in Generation 7. At number 8 is Piplup. While Piplup is one of my personal favorite starters from Generation 4, in older games it did look a lot better, but in the newer generations, it lost all of its value because the 3D models really desaturated it. It almost looks exactly the same as its original form as well. At number 7 is Froakie. Despite it being released in Generation 6, which had a lot of good shiny Pokemon, Froakie just didn't get a lot of love. In comparison to the other Generation 6 starters, it definitely has the worst first stage shiny. But thankfully, they made up for that later. Comment who you think the best water-type shiny starter Pokemon is. At number 6, we have Quaxly. I like that Quaxly goes from a blue to more of an aqua color. It's a very subtle change, but it definitely feels like it's the right kind of change. Although they could have done more for the main body or even the beak. At number 5, we have one of the OG starters, Squirtle. Squirtle's main body does change very lightly, however its shell goes from brown to a nice green color. This kind of reminds me of how those snapping turtles look. The green shell covered in moss is a solid selling point for me. Also, don't forget to follow so that way you don't miss the next upload.